Hello guys, welcome to this amazing tutorial. So today we are going to be working with this beautiful portrait I got online. I didn't shoot this, so I'm going to be showing my workflow, the easiest way to smoothing and still get a nice texture from your image using the frequency separation method. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive into the video. Let's go. So firstly, what I like to do is to remove my blemishes. So some people do it in other ways, like removing it while doing their frequency separation, but no, I prefer doing it before starting my frequency separation so I can get a better result. So if you want to work the same way I work, I suggest you do the same. You can follow me up on Instagram at Photography, and if you are new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe so you get notified whenever I drop a video like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say very big thank you for your support. After this tutorial, I will be dropping other tutorials on my color grading, my teeth and eye whitening, my dodge and burn, everything. I'm going to be dropping a tutorial on them, so just subscribe and you will see how I do everything. So as you can see, there's not a lot of blemishes on this image. So this is before and this is after. So from here I'm going to duplicate this layer because I like my workspace to be well organized. So I'm going to name this lower, and I'm going to duplicate and name this higher. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is group the two layer, then disable the higher layer, So let me tell you, in case you don't know what frequency separation is. So frequency separation basically it's a process on an act in retouching that enables you to work on your texture and your color separately. So why we are using these two layers is that this lower layer contains your colors, and while the higher frequency layer contains your texture. So basically what we're working on right now, while I'm selecting this lower layer, we're working on the color, like the feel of the image. That's what we're working on. So I'm going to come to this filter, I'm going to go to my blur and use my Gaussian blur. So while doing this Gaussian blur, the higher the radius, as you can see, this image is very sharp. So with the radius of 4, you can see textures. So I'm going to be using radius of like 9 in this image to get a better result. So the higher the picture you are working on, the higher the radius the higher the radius you'll be using, because the higher the radius, the sharper the image. So if you are using a low radius like 3 for an image that is not sharp, so you get a very smooth skin, and I don't want a very smooth skin in this image. I want to retain my texture. So around 9.5 will be okay for me. Okay, 9.6 will be okay for me for this image. So after that, I will enable my high frequency layer and then come to image. I'll go to apply image, and you select this low on your layers. You select this lower frequency layer, and on the blending mode you put it at subtract. Let your scale be at 2 and your offset 128. Then you click OK. From here, you come to your blending mode and put it on linear light. Most people use vivid light, but I will recommend linear light because it gives me what I want, and I suggest that's what you want to. So I'll use this linear light. So before I start to work on it, I'll pick my mixer brush and I will disable this high frequency layer, the one that contains a texture, and I'll work on my low frequency layer. So please note, while you are mixing, be very careful. You don't have to mix zigzag. Like, be careful. Make sure you mix the shadow and the highlight and blend the meeting points perfectly that it won't be noticeable. And make sure you also disable the high frequency layer to get a more efficient result while retouching. If you don't disable it, anything you see on your own. So I want to urge you guys again, please, the best way you can support me right now is to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Recommend it to other creators, other photographers that you know that might need help in growing their retouching skills. So that's the best way you can support me right now. I'm also pleased to announce to you guys that I do a one-on-one training or a mentorship, anyone you like to call it. So if you want to learn with me, like you can be talking with me, chatting with me, I'll be coaching you, be sending me your works for review. You can just hit me up on Instagram. The username of my handles will be at the description below. So just pick my username there and DM me on IG or in the comment section, anyone you choose. So If you are interested, you let me know. So just be careful. If it's your first time of missing, so you don't have to rush. Just take your time and work on it gently. You get there. With time you master it, and you can be doing it as fast as you can. All right, so most people give excuse that they don't have Retouch Academy, so that's what is slowing them down from retouching. See, I'm telling you, you don't need any of those things to do what you want to do. You can do anything you want to do without using any of those two. So, and if you want me to also teach you how to install them in case you insist or you need any of these extensions, drop it on the comment section and I will do a video on how to install these extensions if you are looking for beautify, portraiture, anything. So most of you like working on that one, but I'm assuring you that if you want to improve your retouching skill, you should probably go with frequency separation. Go frequency separation, it will go a long way for you. So this gear face is really good, so this won't stress us. So after that, I'll just come to the fingers. Yeah, so, and remember, frequency separation is not magic. We are not transforming the image, but we are enhancing what we have already. That's number one thing you should have in mind while doing your frequency separation, is that while retouching this image, I'm not heavily photoshopping anyone. You are not turning white to black, you are not turning black to white. You are trying to retain the original concept in a more pleasing way by enhancing the beauty in the image. You get me? Also, that's what we're trying to do here right now. So let's keep going. That's it. So as you can see, I'm very careful while missing. I work with the size of the brush I'm using in every corners of this image. So you can see, so right now while I'm working in this deep shadow area, the highlight, I reduce the brush to the size of any angles that I'm working on, so I will be able to retain the original concept, the original shape at which the image was being created. So I will recommend you guys also practice that too. So please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel at this point, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Like if you have found this video useful in any aspect. So comment what you think or anything in the comment section below, and if there's any way you want me to improve or any aspect you want me to work on, just put it down in the comment section. So we are doing it. I'm missing right now. So as you can see, here is our before and here is our after. Here is our before, here is our after. You can see we didn't change anything from this image, but we just enhanced it. So let me show you something right now. See the texture that we've retained in this image. See the texture. We were still able to retain the texture and enhance it. Control our shadows and highlights. So that's what a good portrait should look like. Alright, see you guys in the next video.